Imagine this. On a regular evening, you're sick and tired of your family members or the people in your house. They're being annoying as usual, but also your boyfriend or girlfriend is unavailable or doesn't even exist. So, who do you turn to? What do? Friends. These are the get out of jail for free cards, so to speak. Today's video is going to be a good one, so stick around to hear me babble on about this endangered concept. They say a person is the combination of the 5 people they spend the most time with. So, hopefully you have those 5 people, and hopefully they're great, productive, and kind people so they can rub off many positive quality traits onto you. And hopefully you're spreading your awesomeness to others as well. If not, stick around for some solutions. I'm going to slap you with some scary data right off the bat. A 2021 survey showed that 30 years ago, 55% of men had at least 6 friends. Today, that number dropped nearly half, to 27%. 3% of men back then did not have close friendships at all, while it jumped and skyrocketed up to 15% as of 2021. For women in the 90s, the survey showed around 41% of women had 6 or more close friends. Today, it dropped near half, to 24%. There was actually a very minuscule or negligible amount of women who did not have any close friends in the 90s, but rose to 10% as of last year, which makes sense since women are generally more sociable than men. So, what does this mean? Friends are slowly going extinct. It's kind of scary. Many people believe social media is a huge cause in this. I'll make a separate video on that topic later, so subscribe would be awesome. If not, hopefully the algorithm can let you know sometime. Let's talk my generation, Millennials. Anyone born from 1981 to 1996. The US Census Bureau stated that we are the largest population group as of 2021, followed by baby boomers, then Gen Z. There are currently 73.2 million millennials in the US. Why is this important? Well, let's address the elephant in the room. An online statistics portal or information database called Statista surveyed adults in 2020. Studies showed that 71% of millennials reported feeling lonely. With this info, you can note there is a possibility that almost 52 million millennials feel lonely. A research and analytics firm called YouGov surveyed millennials in 2019. The results showed 30% saying they felt lonely often or always. 22% of them had 0 friends. 27% had 0 close friends, and 25% had no acquaintances at all. But let's ignore that acquaintance statistic for now, since it can have varying definitions. Okay, let's do some small math. Let's say the statistic number was a little high. So, we go with the 30% from YouGov. Take the 30% of millennials feeling lonely, multiplied by 71.2 million we got earlier from the US Census Bureau. That's still potentially 21 million people. The point is, many people out there are lonely, and it's only getting worse every year, unfortunately. Anyways, of the Statista survey, 79% of Gen Z in the US stated that they felt lonely. Just a reminder that as of 2021, there were around 67.8 million Gen Z in America. So even if we pretend that half the survey was false or overrepresented, that still leaves us with potentially 27 million Gen Z who feel lonely or isolated. These studies and statistics don't necessarily represent the whole population or give completely accurate numbers, but it is a good indicator of the whole population's potential trends and ballpark numbers. Pretty much all I'm saying is that there are millions and millions of people feeling lonely. So if this is you, don't feel too left out and know you're not alone. It's somewhat commonplace, but instead of being sad about it, I advise we find a solution or work towards removing this isolating feeling. A quick disclaimer. When someone doesn't have friends, it's almost never because their personality is unlikable. It's usually because they're too socially anxious, insecure about themselves, lack confidence in themselves, or are too shy to make friends. Many people without friends simply have not acquired or worked on the skills they already have to make friends. Here are 5 tips to help you make friends if you don't have any or you want more. Number 1. Be nice or really examine how you're perceived when you interact with people. No one wants to be friends with a jerk. Easy peasy. Just kidding. Really. Take a look at yourself in the mirror. Do you have RBF, or to keep it G-rated, unhappy resting face? I smile a lot, so when I'm just resting, my face looks pretty angry. Take some time to examine your facial expressions the next time you're out in public. It's possible to accidentally concern people or even scare them away in my case. When going out, try to advertise yourself as a nice and fun person, because I bet most of you really are. Number 2, go to conducive environments to help you out. Being inside your room all day, working, or going to school and then going home will not find you friends, sadly. Get out of your comfort zone, at least once in a while. Number 3, make yourself available and break out of normal behavior. This kind of goes back with number 2. If your coworkers or classmates say they're hanging out and ask you to join, say yes if you get invited. If you're ever given an opportunity to interact with others at events, group activities, clubs, organizations, or anything social in general, just try it out. You know what the inside of your room and house or apartment looks like, so why don't you change things up once in a while? Heck, maybe even volunteering sometimes can really get you to meet people who click with your personality. Number 4. If you're into certain hobbies, find like-minded people who enjoy those same hobbies as well. Trust me, there's always a group of people that will like what you like, regardless of how niche you think it is. I have friends who I met through video game groups, friends who I've met through concerts, friends I've met through car meets. I even met friends from hanging out and doing hobbies with old friends. All I'm saying is, keep doing what you love, and find the friends who share the same interests. They're out there somewhere. You just have to look in the right places. Number 5. Rekindle or reinforce the relationships you already have. I'm sure many of you already have a bridge or many bridges of connections. Try to work on it and make it stronger. You never know. Sometimes a relationship is 1 or 2 hangouts away from turning into a lifelong friendship. Don't be a stranger, as they always say. Keep in touch with people now, because it only gets more difficult with age. Those are some of the ways you can find more friends. But making new friends and keeping old friends are 2 wildly different concepts. Many people think, oh, I already have friends, so I probably don't need any more. This thought process is not entirely true. As I just mentioned, as we get older, it becomes increasingly more difficult to spend time with our friends. Your relations and spending time with your friends can be disrupted by some of the following factors. Someone moves away because of career opportunities. Someone moves away when deciding to move somewhere for their significant other. Circumstances change, such as friends no longer going to the same school or working together. Someone gets into a relationship and ditches their friends until convenient. Someone gets children. People grow apart or find newer friends who share closer values. People go through life problems or financial problems and do not have leisure time or energy. Someone breaks off association from their friends for reasons such as stealing, lying, toxicity, or something else. Remember, friends are often more cherished than family because you have the choice to pick who your friends are. So treat them well and spend time with them once in a while. Fun fact, people with healthy social ties live longer, have less health problems, and are happier than those who don't. If you're feeling lonely or isolated, I hope you consider starting your journey to making friends or reinforcing the relationships you already have. To end off, I found this motivational friendship quote very interesting. A true friend never gets in your way unless you happen to be going down. And that about wraps it up. If this situation applies to you, or you think I've missed something essential or pivotal to your experiences, please share your feedback or stories in the comments for others to learn. My goal is to create a positive and reinforcing community for some fun, helpful, and practical tips or shortcuts that can help make life easier, since life can be hard at times. If you enjoyed my video, I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe if you'd like to see more life advice and tips. I try to cover things that are not taught in schools and maybe some vital information you would learn in school, just without the tuition costs. But most importantly, your comments are what I care about the most, since it could really help someone out. If there's a topic you'd like me to consider researching and making a video for discussion about, throw it out in the comments and I'll consider getting to it. That being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video.